Board request meeting to discuss your future. The board wish to hold a meeting with you regarding your position at the club. Your performance has not been good enough and your position is now under serious threat. Failure to attend the meeting will result in the board terminating your contract with the club. Looks like this West Ham job is a little bit more difficult than I thought.
This is a family. This ain't a football club.
Hello there and welcome to episode 4 of the West Ham rebuild. And looks like that meeting will have to wait. But just before I do that, I'll run you through the fixtures. Firstly, after that 5-1 defeat and 2-0 defeat in the last episode, which was pretty embarrassing, we kind of got some kind of form going. 2-2 draw against Newcastle. Full crew decided to actually score to get a 2-2 draw. Another draw again. Carl Walker-Peters, James Ward-Prowse. No, not James Ward-Prowse. Jarrod Bowen and Lucas Paqueta scoring in 3 goals, but not enough to get us into the 3 points mark. 1-1 against Bournemouth with Aaron Wan-Bissaka getting a goal, with Evan Nilsson getting the goal for Bournemouth. 1-0 defeat against Liverpool. Foreign Verts getting 1 in the 83rd minute wasn't the worst result in the world. Another 1-0 defeat against Manchester United, with Ruben Amorim getting sacked pretty soon after. 90+3 with Bruno Fernandes, just heartbreaking. After that, 2-2 draw with Brighton. Brighton, who are pretty high in the league, I believe. Karim Matoma getting 2 goals. And John Todibo and a John Paul Van Hecker own goal getting us a 2-2 draw in this one. Aston Villa, who are second in the table, did get a 90+2 winner to beat us. Walter Goose, our centre-back signing from the summer, and Jarrod Bowen decided to pop up with a goal as well. And then the last game against Man City, you kind of just expect this. Phil Foden and Ruben Diaz in a double 4 minutes apart from each other to give Man City the 2-0 win. These two wasn't meaning to come back. Fulham are kind of mid-table, but Brighton and Wolves are two teams that are very around the relegation zone, as I'll show you in a second. If you look there, Fulham are 13th, and then, Brighton are 10th, but Forest and Wolves 19th and 17th. I think that's a couple of our fixtures coming up. Yep, after Brighton is Wolves and Nottingham Forest. So that would have been 2 games to possibly win or possibly get sacked in, and then a West Brom fixture in the FA Cup. But anyway, let's go towards this board meeting, because we might not even be in charge of the club coming to that. Mark Noble, attend the meeting. We're not happy with your performance, and considering your position at the club, we would like to know why you think the team have performed so badly. Right. I don't know what to say at this point. Can I just say the squad's absolutely terrible? I think that's the best thing I can say. No, it's really not. I really don't know what to say. We haven't had injuries. To be fair, we have been playing quite well. It's just we just can't get it over. I'm just going to say ignore the form. We've been playing quite well, and that will eventually shine through. Trust the process. We recognise the form table doesn't always show how well a team is playing, so we're prepared to give it the benefit of the doubt. But we'll be keeping a close eye on things in a hope for improvement. Really, it's important to stay on good terms with you, so hopefully we can work things and build a positive future for the club. Looks like I actually get some more time in the club. Anyway, I'm going to play that Brighton and Fulham game, so then we have the Wolves and Forest 6-pointers. We are 18th in the table. Wolves and Forest are above us and below us. So after 17 games, we've got 14 points, which is, I think, better than the team are doing in real life, but clearly not enough for David Sullivan and Mark Noble to think about keeping us in a job. Looks like we're on borrowed time. 2-1 defeat against Fulham, and it looks like the board have another meeting to discuss confidence. The board wished to hold a team meeting regarding the team's performance against Fulham. We feel the team should have performed a lot better, and would like for you to explain the result. Failure to attend the meeting will result in the board terminating your contract with the club. As you can see, at West Ham, unlucky in defeat. Honestly, we made it 13 without a win. A 10 meeting. We are disappointed with the result against Fulham. We'd like to know what happened. Do I just throw the... Do I just throw the players under the bus? The players just weren't good enough on the day. I can only do so much as a manager. We accept the players weren't the best out there, and that you can't be responsible for some of the mistakes you saw. We'll let the result go. We believe it's important to stay on good terms with you, so hopefully we can continue to work together and build a positive for this club. Anyway, one game against Brighton, and then we'll come back for that doubleheader against Wolves and Nottingham Forest if we don't get a board meeting after losing against Brighton. So then, after 14 games without a win, we have finally got 3 points. A 1-0 win against Brighton, Jared Bowen getting that goal. We are now in January, so we have made a quick signing. I'll just show you that one quickly. We have signed Mohamed Darami, 20 million, decent left winger. It's got 23 years old. 16 dribbling, this is pretty good. 16 pace as well. 15 technique, and nice little player on the left wing just to sub out for Somerville, who hasn't had the best season. But to be fair, we haven't had the best season. Anyway, let's get into these first 2 games. These 6-pointers keep us in the Premier League and keep us in the job. Here we are then, our first 6-pointer of the episode, away against Wolves. Here is the team that we're going to start. Hermansen in goal with Walker Peters, Taliba, Goose and Diouf as our back 4. Rodriguez, Paqueta and Ward-Prowse making the midfield. Bowen, Somerville and Fulkrug on the bench. And new signing Darami is on the bench as well. Unfortunately, we have 2 internationals out, Wan-Bissaka and Jan Basuma. So hopefully we can get a win in this episode, or looks like we're going to have to lose our job. So then, relegation fight against Wolves. Wolves do get us kicked off. Andre Termela-Wolf on this left-hand side. If we don't win this one, then we are in serious trouble. 30 minutes in, the first highlight of the game. Jared Bowen to Paqueta. Jared Bowen's got a knock. Paqueta does get past his man. Back to Walker Peters. Cross to Bowen. Out to Diouf. Has a shot. Not on target. Just goes wide. 31 minutes in, our first chance. And goes missing. 43 minutes in, just before half time. Jared Bowen still is on the pitch because honestly, I'd rather him get injured for a couple of days than us lose this game and lose our job. Walker Peters trying to find Bowen. Does get the ball back though, in a crossing position or a shooting position, left foot over the bar. Our mark, free kick for West Ham. Ward-Prowse to take. Does take a shot, does take a little bit of a lag, but straight over the bar. Looks like we're going to have to make some substitutions to get a goal in this game. I'd rather lose this game than draw it 0-0. And it looks like we might do that. Rodrigo Gomez for Wolves up to Manetzi, crosses it in, and Strand Larson's got a tap in. 70 minutes in, and it looks like we might lose our job. Wolves 1, West Ham 0. Defend this and get a counter-attack and get a draw, we might still have a job. If it keeps being 1-0, I think our days are very much numbered. Our first 6 point of the episode, and where are we in the table? 19th. Still in touching distance of survival, but at least we're not Burnley. This performance has not been good enough, and your position is under serious threat. Attend the meeting. Honestly, looking at hard upcoming fixture lists, a new manager will be in for a rude awakening, so I think I'm the best job for now. You make a fair point, this is not ideal time for a change, you may carry on for the time being, but we're expecting to see some signs of improvement. Looks like they are going to extend it. Callum Wilson has now gone on a goal drought. Let's criticise his form. You just need to play better. Help me out at least. Jared Bowen's got an injury. Honestly, I'm going to give him the injection because this next match might be our last match. Here we are then. Guido Rodriguez, who said he wanted to explore his options in the season. 3.1 million bid from Brighton. I guess we're going to have to accept that. And it looks like some good news. Well, I think good news or bad news. Jared Bowen, 54 million bid from PSG. What should we do with this one? Going to go and negotiate that offer. Honestly, 54 million quid. He's not been performing anywhere near how he can. 29 years old as well, I think. We're just going to accept it. I think £50 million is just not good enough for. Let's have a look how much goals he's actually got. Jared Bowen, 5 goals, 5 assists. Top in the team, but it's not like he's on fire, is he? 6.77 rating. Into the second game of the episode, changing the formation a little bit. Hermansen in goal with this one, and the same back four. Souček, Ward-Prowse, Fernandes, and Paqueta in a 4-1-2-1-2. Bowen and Fulkrug up front together, trying to get them fitness. Bowen has got the pain management for this one, and fitness test for Fulkrug. New signing, Durrami is on the bench, and I should probably put someone else on the bench. Ollie Skulls, sure. Anyway, this game at home against Nottingham Forest, lose this one, and I mean, I've been saying this for a while. Lose this one, we might actually be attacked. Here is that Nottingham Forest lineup: Sells, Savona, Milenkovic, Morello, Nico Williams, Dominguez, Gibbs-White, Louise, Dan Doy, Cam Hudson-Odoi, and Kelly Mwendo. Kelly Mwendo, Hudson-Odoi, and Gibbs-White seem to be those who we need to fight against in this one. Murray Hutchinson and Chris Wood, Elliot Anderson. They're kind of resting for this game. Awoniyi, Hutchinson, Willy Bolly, Chris Wood, Elliot Anderson, all on the bench. It looks like they're taking this one a little bit light, which I kind of appreciate, especially since the Forest manager has said I should have been sacked. Somehow we went up from that. At home against Nottingham Forest to save the season and to save my career. Paqueta on the ball now. Hasn't been that good. That was a pretty good move though. Souček up to Diouf on this left hand side. Cross it in. The keeper's going to get there. Isn't he doesn't. Mateus Fernandes puts us 1-0 up. 9 minutes in. West Ham 1. Forest 0. Is this the big survival? Let's find out. Up to Ndiaye. Passing it around. Gibbs-White. Probably the best team on their team. Souček does win it back, but it's straight to Forest. Playing it around a little bit. Gibbs-White on this round the side. Gets past 3 players. Crosses it in and looks like that's an own goal. Or it's going to go down as a Gibbs-White goal. It's just 3 players he walked past. Just didn't even challenge him. 20 minutes in, Forest 1. West Ham 1. And a kick to Forest. 26 minutes in. Ever since our goal, Forest have been the better team. We are getting it away, but straight to Gibbs-White. Did score the first and almost score the second. Then our first attack for quite a while. Juve on the edge of the box. Has a shot straight at Matt Sells. Right-footed shots from fullbacks are just this whole game. Matt Sells is going to maybe hit it long. Nico Williams hits it out. Forest are focusing around the front back. They're paying a little bit more attention to passing with our high press. Juve in behind for Fulkrug has a shot, and there is the goal. 43 minutes in, West Ham 2, Forest 1. Just before half time, a pretty good time to score. VR checking the goal, and it will be confirmed. Corner from Ward-Prowse just before half time. Can we get a third before half time? Crosses it deep, sails away to Paqueta at the edge of the box. What a goal! Lucas Paqueta, who's basically not even scored at all season, hits a strike, edge of the box, top corner. That is goal of the season. Hello to Forest. Forest just aren't dealing with our press. Elliot Anderson is on the pitch now, so maybe starting a lot of players on the bench wasn't the best idea for Forest. Souček straight to Nico Williams. It's just going to run through our team again. Has a shot. Did Hermansen save that? He has gone for a corner. If he saved that, that's pretty impressive. Skips past the left back like he's not even there. And Doy into the box. Kind of a window. Walker Peters away. Ward-Prowse will pick up the pieces though. Up to Fulkrug. Trying to... How he got that to Juve is pretty impressive. Paqueta to Fulkrug. And the highlight ends. Starts with a goal kick. 59 minutes in. It's still 3-1. Looks like we might actually have half a chance of keeping 3 points in this one. Not going to speak too soon though. Forest can just score at will at this point. Does win it back though. Paqueta to Fulkrug. Will he shoot? He does shoot off the bar. Bowen. There is 4-1. Bowen with the rebound with his first goal win. I don't even know how many games. 4-1 to Forest, and looks like we found a formation. Or Forest are just that bad. But honestly, I don't even care. Very bums on seats time. Does get it away to Elliot Anderson. To Milenkovic. Anderson again. Does get brought down. Looks like it's going to be a penalty. Thomas Souček. Throwing in the box. Not the smartest thing to do. I'm glad we have a couple goals. Buffer or this would be very, very nervous times coming. Anyway, penalty for Nottingham Forest. Number 12. Who's that? Right then. Penalty for Forest. Douglas Luiz to take it. Shoots, and Hermansen dives the right way, but doesn't get there. 4-2. Surely we can't throw this away now. 85 minutes in of West Ham 4, Forest 2. Hell of a game, but honestly, scoring 4 goals in a game is something we haven't done this season, I'm pretty sure. And there is full time, a massive 3 points. West Ham 4, Forest 2. Does that get us out of the relegation zone? It does. 20 points, Forest on 17. Looks like that massive 6-pointer has ended very well. Honestly, change of formation just completely works wonders in this game. Looks like we're going to keep our job for the time being, but honestly, whether that's a long-term thing is yet to be shown. It's the January transfer window now, so we can try and get into some kind of form, maybe sign some players. Jared Bowen, even though he did score, looks like he might be off to PSG. And maybe we've got some more transfers. But anyway, 7th of January. Going to try and sign some players before Jared Bowen's injury. Only 3 weeks. Is that going to stop his transfer to PSG? Anyway, we'll find out that in the next episode. Massive 6-pointer. Maybe next episode we're going to lose our job, but for now we're safe. Anyway, that is the end of today's episode. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.